Welcome to Cunningham Piano. I'm Hugh Sung with a review on the road. This is the Casio CDP-S360 digital piano, a versatile and very portable piano with features for beginners as well as professional players. The CDP-S360 features Casio's newly designed scaled and weighted hammer action keyboard. The simulated ebony and ivory key tops provide an optimal grip and realistic touch, making it easy to perform just like you would on an acoustic piano, from the softest touch to the loudest fortissimo. The sleek, compact design of the 24-pound CDP-S360 makes it a perfect fit for any room. It's easy to carry around, ideal for live performances, rehearsals, or studio sessions. If you want to play this outdoors and don't have access to a power outlet, no worries. You can power this with 6 AA batteries. What makes the Casio CDP-S360 so versatile is its library of 700 built-in tones, including newly refined piano sounds, as well as a library of 200 auto accompaniment rhythms and a pitch bend wheel, making it a blast to play your favorite songs. Let's walk through an example of putting a song together with the CDP-S360. First, let's find a cool tone to work with. To start selecting tones, hit the tone button over here. All right, and then you can use the scroll wheel to start scrolling to the right to move up in your library, or to the left to move down in your library. But with 700 songs, it can take a little while to find the songs that you're looking for, the tones that you're looking for, I should say. So another option is when you hit tone is to hit the category button. Now when you hit category, now you can use the scroll wheel to jump through the different categories of tones or sounds, making it easier to find just what you're looking for. So my tone is the electric piano tone in here. Is there something in here in the electric piano category? And once you get to your category, press the enter button over here to the right of the scroll wheel, and then that'll let you go into the individual tone selection. Okay? So the sound I'm looking for sounds like this. Little clavis sound, okay? Very cool sound. Now, it sounds kind of high. I actually want this to sound lower. Now, I could play it lower with my hand, but here's the thing. I want to use my rhythms, and the rhythms are controlled by chords in your left hand. So I'm not going to be able to move my right hand down that far because I'm controlling the accompaniments with the left hand chords. So we're going to adjust the transposition of this sound over here to make it sound lower when it's played. Okay? To do that, hit the function button over here, and we're going to use your scroll wheel, go to the right, and here we are at transposition. Press this again to select it. Okay, now this is selected, and now I'm going to move this to the left and bring this a whole octave down. Okay, now listen to it. Cool. All right, so now this sounds in the range that I want to play it without interfering with my left hand. Okay, so that's selecting tones, and you can also experiment and explore all the other options to modify that tone. Now let's get into the rhythms. Right? To set a rhythm, press the rhythm button over here, and again you can also jump through the individual rhythms. There are 200 of them after all. Okay, or when you hit the rhythm, you can hit the category button. Okay, and then you can jump through the various categories, down or up. Yeah, a lot of wonderful categories here. Mine happens to be in the first category. I'm going to go ahead and select that by hitting this over here. I scroll up to this one over that I like over here, funk soul. Okay, let's see what's here, what this sounds like. Pretty cool. Okay, that's the sound, that's the rhythm, and you can see in the screen that this is set to 120 beats per minute. Okay, now that's just the rhythm. What if I wanted to play it a little bit slower? I can hit this tempo button over here, and that lets me use the scroll wheel to bring the tempo down to a lower number means a slower speed. Okay, so let's hear what that sounds like. That's pretty cool. Okay, or if I hit the tempo again and go to a faster speed, something like that. Yeah. Now here's another really cool thing about the tempo button over here. I can actually tap it and come up with my own tempo just from the speed of my taps. See that? Oops. Okay. Maybe about, let's see what this sounds like over here. maybe a little bit faster than that. Go back to tempo. Let's go back to maybe just, let's start at about 100. I think that's pretty cool. All right. Now, that's just the rhythm. We want to add some more of the accompaniment tones, okay, not just the rhythm. If you want to do that, then you want to hit the accompaniment button over here. All right. Press this, and you should see the accompaniment word kind of appear on the screen here. Now, when I play this over here and I start stop, and if I play a chord in the left hand, listen to what happens. And now you've got the tones that'll be added in to that rhythm. Okay? Now, there's one more really cool thing you can do. Let's say you want to just start right off the bat with all those tones and the rhythm at the same time. Press this button over here. This is a Synchro Start button. There's some of these buttons have multiple functions, okay? It's just contextual in terms of what happens. Pressing this button at the beginning, okay, you're going to see these lights are blinking. They're waiting for you to play, okay? So it's that. What that means is as soon as they hit the chord, the rhythm and the tones will start at the same time. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. That's Synchro Start. Start with the tone. Now, what's also really cool is that you can also set this to different variations. Okay, what that means is there are two variations. There's a normal variation and there's an expanded variation. All right. So now let's listen to how these different variations sound. Okay, I'm going to set this to Synchro Start. Okay, and when you start it over here, you hear this is the normal version of the rhythm. Now, I'm going to hit this next button over here, which is variation. A little bit more varied, right? Now, there's another neat feature. Let's go back to the normal over here. Okay. Now, if I want to transition from normal to the more advanced variation, I can do this. I can hit this button again as a fill-in. 1, 2, ready, and now you hear I just hit this more advanced one. And hit it again for fill-in. 2, ready, and so that way you can kind of make those transitions by how you press these buttons here as well. Okay. All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and stop this over here. I like what I'm doing over here. I've got my sound. I've got my rhythm. This is a lot of fun. Now, what if I want to save this so I don't have to search through all of these things? I want to save these settings. And the way you can do that with these registrations. The CDP-S360 comes with 8 banks of memory, and each bank can have up to 4 slots to store. Okay? So to store, first you want to go to a bank, press bank over here, and right now it's on bank 2. I actually want to set it on bank 1. Okay? So I'm going to use the scroll wheel to scroll through whatever banks I want. Go back to bank 1, okay? And if I want to store all of this, press and hold the store button, okay? And then select whichever slot you want, okay? I'm going to select slot number 1 over here, all right? You can see number 1 is stored. When I hit that button again, it's going to recall, and all of the sound settings that I just set up over here will be recalled as well as the rhythm. All right, now let's just have some fun, and let's add in a middle section. I'm going to change the tone, keep the rhythm, but change the tone to maybe a brass section or something like that. Let's go to tone over here, okay? And let's go to category, and now let's jump to a brass section. Let's baby strings. Here we go. Hit enter over here, and now let's see if I can find a nice brass section. Oh, I have to change the octave because I forgot I'm an octave lower. Let's go ahead and hit the function button to the right, transposition, hit enter, go back up to 0. So we're at the key that it's supposed to be, okay? There we go. There you go. Okay, so now we got a little brass section here. Now, what's kind of fun, again, is the fact that I can use my tone, my pitch bend wheel if I want all the way on the left here. It's a little bit off screen. But this pitch bend lets me do things if I want to do something like that. It's kind of fun, yeah? So we can do the rhythm. Let's go ahead and just hear what this all sounds like. Yeah. Yes, if I wanted the brass section in the middle, I could do that. Very cool. Now, let's save this, all right? And here's the cool thing. Now we're going to go back to the bank over here, okay? We're going to go back to bank 1. Okay, we're in bank because when you turn the instrument on, That's the first bank you're at. Okay, let's go back to bank 1. Hit store, hold this. Now I'm going to select slot number 2. All right. And now my brass section is now stored in slot number 2 with all the other settings saved. All right. Hit 1. Yeah, let's just kind of have some fun and listen to how this all works together. I'm going to do a synchro start. Okay, so it all starts together. Here we go. And going to do the variation. Now, one more thing you can do, add an ending. Okay? Press this button to an ending, and then we're adding its own little. So as you can see, using the registration memory banks is a powerful way to add a lot of variety to your song at just the touch of a button. So I hope you enjoy this quick look at just a fraction of the amazing things you can do with the Casio CDP-S360. This is just the tip of the iceberg. A compact, versatile piano that's surprisingly affordable given all the features that are packed into it. I hope you'll check it out. For Cunningham Piano, I'm Hugh Sung. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.